Yes. Hi, good morning. Tracy here, Oh Natural Skin Food. So today I thought about, there are a lot of topics out there, but one of the big things that I'm feeling is that being in lockdown and with all the changes that are happening in the world, I feel like I'm aging just a little bit quicker than I possibly would normally do. So what I thought I'd do today is just talk about everything aging. What is aging? How does it happen? How does it reflect in our skin? And how can Oh Natural Skin Food help you? So one of the things I wanted to say is that I wonder if you read my blog on the blue light effect on our skin, and if you've been feeling sensitivity around your skin, sensitivity around your eyes from being on screen as much as we have been at home, and just more than we would normally have done under lockdown. Is your skin feeling sensitive? Is it different to what it normally is because you're not outside as much as you were before? And has the worry, has the stress that we're all feeling taken its toll on your skin? So in the end, it's like everything else. It's just common sense. If our skin's barrier is compromised, if our skin health, which is a reflection of our gut health, is compromised, it's going to show in our skin. If we're having less sleep than we normally do, it's going to show in our skin. So it's about getting back to just some very, very simple, just basic, normal, common sense habits, and really resetting the boundaries, starting from scratch again, and looking at what you can do to just help your skin a little bit. If you're anything like me, you're feeling just a little bit overweight, a little bit more tired, and just a little bit more stressed. So I've got a few tips that I think that can help you. The first thing is, remember that our skin is our protection from the environment that we're all in. If we can get our skin to be as strong as it possibly can be, then we can use its own defenses to fight environmental damage. So exfoliating those dead skin cells on the surface of your skin is a really good thing to do. As we age, that whole process of losing dead skin cells, desquamation, slows right down. If we can just help it by giving a really nice clean clay mask once a week, once every 2 weeks, depending on your skin type, maybe even more than once a week, depending on your skin type, just to really boost your skin, clean away those dead skin cells and let those new skin cells come through. That's a really good place to start. The next thing that you could do is you could be saying, hey, how am I going to feed my skin? That means from the inside and it means on the outside. So using products that have not got chemicals in them, that are not going to strip your skin, that are not alcohol based, that are not going to strip your skin. And just keeping everything simple, go back to basics, don't use a lot. We use Manuka honey. Manuka honey, scientifically proven for the skin, to build the skin up. It has an amazing ability of being able to grow good bacteria and delete compromised bacteria so that you end up with a strong barrier function. Go makeup free some days. Some days choose not to wear any makeup. That just helps your skin to breathe. That just helps to let the sunlight in and to just let your skin come back to normal. Hydration. There are some good things you can do with hydration. You can spray water onto your skin. You can use our Prepare lotion. You can just take a warm compressed towel. We're all lacking in going for facials and beauty clinics and back into our normal sort of routines as we were. Take a compressed towel, use warm water, take your time to remove your cleanser and push in that moisture. Remove it, then do it with a cool towel. Then do it with a warm towel. And by stimulating and using warm and cool, what you're going to do is bring blood to the surface. By bringing blood to the surface naturally, we're going to get some natural collagen and elastin production happening. So just some really simple, normal things that you can do at home to just help your skin be as strong as it possibly can. Now I wanted to talk to you about collagen. As we age, we have collagen depletion. It affects our joints, it affects our skin. We get collagen and elastin in our skin depletion, which starts with the skin drooping. And so there are things that are completely out of our control, but there are things that we can do that can help. So there's been a lot of talk about bone broths. There's been a lot of talk about eating collagen-rich foods, and these are all helpful things to do. Hydrating your skin from the surface is also a really good thing to do. Stimulating skin that was not is not necessarily getting the stimulation that it needs to turn over dead skin cells, is a good thing to do. I designed our collagen powder with Manuka honey. The Manuka honey is going to help to get your gut health as strong as it possibly can be. It's going to help just settle your microbiome. But the collagen from fish is what we need to strengthen our skin, to start that repair from the inside out. And if you're anything like me, the taste, even products that don't have taste or say they have no taste, is just always a barrier for me. So we tried really hard. The honey in our collagen powder does make it a little bit sweeter than some other collagen powders, and you really only need that tablespoon. What I do is I take my favorite herbal tea, which is a blood orange tea, and I put that in, because once I put it in a tea that I like, I find that I don't taste it at all. I think every now and again we have people saying to us, hey, they don't like the taste or they don't like the smell. I think that is more when they're just having it in water. So pop it in your tea or coffee, pop it in your salad dressing, pop it in your tea, and away you go. No taste. Really, really good. Now, one of the things that I thought is that I would just answer some of the questions that got sent through. So Debbie sent a question through to me on an email yesterday saying that her granddaughter is 18 and what should her granddaughter start using in the way of skincare right now. So not an easy question to answer without looking at the skin. And I suppose it really does depend on whether the skin is acneic or whether the skin is normal. My feeling with teenagers is less is more. If you can have as little as possible on the skin, that's great. If they're wearing makeup, we do need to be removing that makeup at nighttime effectively and then replenishing the skin with products. So again, it depends on the teenager and the teenager's skin. Also, if the teenager's playing a lot of sport, we end up with a lot of salt on the surface of the skin. That salt from the sweat can irritate the skin and make the skin quite sensitive. So in that instance, it's quite good to have some sort of barrier between the sweat and the skin, and that's really going to help that teenager not have that sensitivity and compromised barrier. But assuming that we've got a normal skin, my suggestion is that we use a very gentle Manuka honey cleanser. At night time is all that's needed. Over cleansing, if you've got a clean, lovely skin, is also not a good idea. So cleansing, a little bit of hydration, and then just simply using our oil. That is enough for a normal skin. For an acneic skin, we really pride ourselves in our Kanuka honey. Kanuka honey, the cousin of Manuka honey, is really effective at treating the P. acne bacteria. So again, Debbie, I've emailed you. Do send me a picture of your granddaughter's skin, and from there I'll be able to advise better. But great question, and for those of you out there with teenagers wondering what to do, keep it simple. Jane asked, she has got some milia underneath her eyes, and what should Jane do with the milia under her eyes, and can Au Natural Skin Food help with the milia under her eyes? For those of you who don't know what milia is a white substance that forms in little pockets, quite common under eyes, can be found around lips and in other areas of the body. Often the skin is very thin around it. Milia can be extracted. You really want that to be done by a professional though, so a senior beauty therapist, a nurse, or even your GP can remove those. Around the eyes is a really tricky area to be extracting milia, and from my experience, milia that's extracted around the eyes, generally speaking, will come back. So my advice to you, Jane, and I'm really sorry, but in this instance, Au Natural Skin Food can't help you remove your milia, but I would be going to see your GP and getting a referral to a dermatologist for that. But what I can do is I can say that if you take our collagen powder, you're going to have your skin as strong as it possibly can be for the healing process. And then post-treatment, you always use our eye serum, and that would really help to cool the area and definitely help the repair process. So hope that's answered your question for you, Jane. Right, Lou has just sent a message through. She is asking, is it going to hurt her to take our collagen more than once a day? Lou says that she's had great results from the collagen, and she's just wondering if she takes a second amount at night time, whether that's going to help her even more. So Lou, the answer to that question is the recommended daily dose is 1 tablespoon. It is not, there's no evidence to show that it's going to hurt you, and having more is not going to be of any problem or any health risk to you. However, there is only so much in the way of supplements that our bodies can absorb every day, and so my feeling is that again, less is more. If your skin is really compromised, maybe do it twice a day for a period of time, but as your skin starts to settle, you can go back to that once a day. Thanks, Lou. Now I can just see that there's some other questions that have come through. My little helper's sending me, excuse this piece of scrappy paper. So Mary has said, I don't have acne, but I have very oily skin. I use products to clear the oil, but someone told me, sorry, I'm just trying to read this handwriting, to use a face oil. And is that right? Because I don't want to put more oil on my skin. So, okay, Mary, that is a really great question, and thank you for asking that. So oil flow is an interesting subject. We often produce oil when we strip oil. So if you're using a chemical-based or an alcohol-based cleanser or toner, what will happen is that you'll be stripping your skin and you'll get more oil flow because your body compensates by giving more oil. The other issue that you've got with that is if you have got dead skin cells sitting on the surface of your skin, your moisturizer won't be penetrating and going where it needs to be, and it will appear as though you've got oil sitting on the surface of the skin. So my advice for you is gently exfoliate to start with. Try not to use something that's a scrub or got a bead to it, because that might just leave little scratch marks in your skin, then that's opening the road for infection. My suggestion would be that you use a clay mask or a simple mask that's going to help to exfoliate your skin. Once you've got that nice clean palette on the surface of your skin, absolutely feeding your skin with oil, even using an oil-based cleanser, is a really great thing to do, because by stabilizing your oil flow, you're going to find that you have less oil on the surface of your skin. If you have got really oily skin, a great thing to do with our face oil is to actually use the face oil as a cleanser. So you can use it as a cleanser, you can hot compress towel, remove your makeup, and then pop the oil back on as a moisturizer. This will help you over a 2-week period just to help stabilize your oil flow, and then from there you can start to introduce other products. I hope that's answered your question, Mary, and really happy to answer any more for you. All the questions are coming through this morning. So Sarah's asking, are face rollers worth using? Okay, so face rollers, these things come in and out of fashion. If you have a face roller with really small needles, so something going at that 0.2 millimeter, that's what you want to be doing. Dr. Des Fernandez is a hero of mine from Environ, and he patented this technology, although I do believe it was around in Cleopatra's time. What you're doing is that by micro damage, repairing the skin, you're stimulating collagen naturally. By stimulating collagen and elastin naturally, you're actually encouraging a natural exfoliation process, and you're encouraging natural collagen to the surface of the skin. There are lots of questions around rollers. How deep, how big should you use a roller? These rollers, really, my suggestion is the only time you should go for a larger roller, and this should be done with the advice of a dermatologist or a beauty therapist, but if you're using a larger roller, use that with advice on scarred areas where you're really wanting to stimulate repair and help scarring, break up that scarring. And when is the best time to do that? The newer the scar, the better the results. And a question around that comes straight to mind is, can you use this on stretch marks? And again, that's a really big subject. It depends on the stretch mark. It depends on how new the stretch mark is. And Manuka honey is definitely going to work very, very well with your roller, because what you're doing is you're eliminating the risk of any kind of infection, because you're fighting any bacteria that might be there with your Manuka honey. So hope that's answered that question. There is that it? Ruzanne. Sorry if I've got your name wrong. At what step do we recommend using the face oil? Okay, so I think, Roseanne, I think I've answered that question partially already. Again, what I want to say is that there is not a hard and fast rule about these things, and it really depends on your skin type. So if you're confused or if you've got a question, I love everything skin, send me a message, send me a picture of your skin, and I'll help you. The face oil I use personally in different ways. If I'm camping, if I'm going away on a trip where I don't want to be taking a lot of products, it is my my product that I take that does everything. I cleanse with it, I hydrate with it. So it's a great, if you like tramping, if you're traveling and you don't want to be taking, not that we're doing a lot of traveling at the moment, but if you are doing that you know, you don't end up taking a lot of space. I also use it at different times at change of season, because I find that changing seasons, my night cream's just not enough hydration for me. So I'll put a couple of drops of the face oil into my night cream, make a wee cocktail, and then use that as my moisturizer. I also use the day serum, the face oil, when I'm not using the day serum. So I tend to use the day serum when I'm wearing makeup. It's a really, really nice barrier between me and my makeup, and it doesn't let it shine through. On those days that I'm at home and I'm having makeup, I use my face oil as my day serum. So again, face oil is vegan. It is lost the words. It's pH neutral, and so all of those good things means that you can add it to products, you can use it underneath products, or you can use it on its own. So Roseanne, I hope that I've answered that question. If I haven't, please do email me and I'll be happy to answer you directly. So I think there's one more here. Using face oil number 1, when do I need to move to level 2? So, Paul, I'm just going to take a sip of my tea. It's a great question, and it's a question that I answer every day. So we get emails coming through every day about when to go from level 1 to level 2. So for me, if you've got a strong skin with really good barrier function, you should be able to go to level 2 at any time. Start with level 1, finish your level 1, and then move to level 2. If you have got a compromised, dry, sensitive skin, it may be that you can never go to level 2. It might be that the retinol's just too strong for you. If you've got a skin that is one of those skins starting to show the signs of aging, starting to thin, my suggestion is that you ease over to level 2 slowly. So what you might do is you might use your level 1 in the morning and you use your level 2 at night. I personally have got a really good strong skin. I've got a lot of subcutaneous fat, so I use the level 2 all the time, and I don't have a problem with it. So for a normal skin, a normal aging skin, an acneic skin, all these skins generally you can use and go to level 2 with no problem. Compromised, dry, dehydrated, sensitive skins, perhaps skins where they're carrying the red hair gene, those skins may not be able to go to level 2, and level 1 will be fine for their skin. What we do know is that retinol is the only ingredient that's been medically approved to cosmetically make a difference in the skin. So what we do know is also that our retinol it's plant-based retinol, so it's from tomatoes and from carrots. So it's safe to use. And we do know that it's going to make a difference. So if your skin can tolerate the 2, you're going to get more retinol into your skin, and it's going to be better for your skin in terms of repair. Another question, just while we're on the subject of retinol, is can the retinol get into bloodstream, and does this cross the boundary of nanotechnology or not? So again, good question, and these are all worth asking. Level 1 retinol is just entry-level retinol. It'll only work on the epidermis of your skin, and we believe that it is safe for pregnancy. However, if you're going on to level 2, we would like you to speak to your GP about it. There is no nanotechnology used in the production of our products, and there is no clear evidence to suggest it will go into the bloodstream, but we would like you to speak to your doctor about using it whilst you're pregnant. So again, I hope that's answered your question, Paula. And with that, I think, have I got any more questions? No, that's all the questions for today. So for all of you who've sent through questions, I have got a wee gift for you. We are going to be sending through to you, I don't know if you've noticed, but on our website, I'm just being told to bring it a little bit closer. Let me just see that I've got it right up front. We have introduced the Good Cube to our product offering. And I've had so many questions about why has Au Natural Skin Food put another brand's products on their website. Now, I just wanted to explain a little bit more about the Good Cube. Our end goal with everything we do is to stop plastic from going to landfill, to stop the use of single-use plastic, and we are committed to doing that. For us to produce our own soap in a short period of time would have been too difficult, and it's not something that we may not do in the future, but right now we just wanted to get started. The Good Cube caters for all different hair types, shampoos and conditioners, and the men's product, the Multitasker 5-in-1, is a brilliant product. I have my husband and my son using it. They can wash their whole body with it, leaves a bathroom smelling beautiful, and they can wash their hair, of course, with it. And can shave with it too. Now, the great thing about the Good Cube, and the reason why I chose the Good Cube, is it's a hard soap. So it lasts longer. And what I really love about it is that it doesn't go mushy in the shower. And so it's very, very easy to travel with. So today, for everybody who sent through questions, I've got a Good Cube to go through to you. So someone from my office will be in touch tomorrow, and we'll get those off to you. And we would just love your feedback. So if you've got any feedback on the soaps, we'd love to hear that and post that to our audience so that people can get to know. This is a hand-in-hand partnership, and the goal is to eliminate single-use plastic. We have some really great news. We have a natural hand sanitizer coming through. We're going to be releasing in 4 weeks' time a natural hand sanitizer that is using natural alcohol and manuka honey with aloe vera. It is just lovely on the skin, and hopefully for those of you who are feeling that your hands are dry and dehydrated from the overuse of hand sanitizers, will find this as a good halfway mark in terms of keeping your hands clean. With that, I decided that I'd like this fortnight to send out a blog that was a bit more fun, that maybe wasn't skin related, and that could give you a bit of a laugh. So a topic that's always interested me with 4 children in the household and living on land is this 5-second rule. If we drop something on the ground, or if we drop something on the land, can we pick it up and eat it? Or is it not safe to eat? Well, you'll see from my blog, which was very fun research. I'd like to thank New Zealand Trade and Enterprise and Callaghan Innovations for helping me gather all the information and the data for writing this blog. And it was really interesting. So if you read through there's no real conclusive answers, but what is out there is, and has been for hundreds of years, is pretty much if you drop something on the ground and you can count to 5, you could pick it up and eat it. It does depend, of course, on the state of the ground, and of course use your own discretion on this. Don't hold me to it. But for now, anything that we drop on the floor, our floors are pretty clean, we'll be picking up and eating within 5 seconds. Thank you, and have a great weekend.